Okay, I didn't need that. Go turn that down. Hey YouTube, Flight Some Guy here, and I am spending more and more time with DCS World, whatever time I can get. And I've been just essentially just playing around with the simulator, taking planes up and just flying them around. And I've learned a few things that I figured I'd go ahead and share. Um, I'm in this video here. I'm in the Su-27, which I think is some sort of Russian air superiority fighter. I don't recall if it's Navy vessel or not, or Navy aircraft or not. But I figured, I just put myself in the Su-27, free flight, fly around until I can find an airport, and then put myself down. Now, I just now found an airport just by looking out. I figured I'd go ahead and turn towards that town. I figured there'd be an airport nearby, and I was right. And I noticed a couple things. First of all, this plane came with the Flaming Cliffs 3 package for DCS World, which I think has A-10, F-15, and a couple others. And first, these planes, they look good, with regards to the eye candy. But there's a frame rate issue with the A-10A and evidently with the Su-27. I don't know what it is. In the replay, you can't see it. But with the while I was playing this, going back and forth, it was stuttering, pretty bad, so that I was having a hard time. Now I'm using the NVIDIA GTX 970, so it wasn't as bad as it is on the Alienware. But I've noticed there's a pretty bad frame rate issue with the stock A10A and the Su-27, which I think is released by Eagle Dynamics. So I'm not, for whatever it's worth, if you want some good add-ons for your DCS World, go ahead and get one of the third-party developers. I'm pretty sure they resolve those issues. Also, some good news. All the time you've invested in Microsoft Flight Simulator or any other flight simulator comes in handy when you're playing DCS. You won't need to spend a lot of time learning to fly the planes because everything that you've learned with regards to flying from Flight Simulator comes in very handy. This is the very first time I've flown this particular aircraft, and I had absolutely no problems landing it. All the best aircraft in DCS World right now are Russian, and here in America we use what do you call it? The non-metric English, whatever you want to refer to that as. And so you need to calculate quickly meters to feet and kilometers per hour to knots. General rule is 500 meters is about 1,500 feet, which is about the traffic pattern or the pattern altitude for a plane like this. So come in at 500 meters, and then just land it visually. With regards to the speed, with the Su-25T Frogfoot, that one, if you come in any slower than 265 to 70, you fall out of the sky. I did the math. That's about 145 knots. So for this one, I just kept my speed at around 270, 280, and that's pretty good to go. Also, the flaps, the gear, the air brake, all of that stuff is standard across the board for all the Eagle Dynamics planes for DCS. So the profile I have mapped for the Su-25T Frogfoot with regards to the flight controls for the surfaces and the engines, I just use the same ones, and I didn't have any problems. So I use the same keys for putting down the gear, putting down the flaps, and as you can see here, I just deployed the speed brake to make sure I was in that the zone for coming in for landing, and I had absolutely no problems. So the bulk of your effort with DCS, once you get yourself set up, is going to be learning the weapon systems, combat tactics, evasive maneuvers, and whatnot. Everything you've learned about flying from Flight Simulator will work. Alright, so at this point I'll just go ahead and zip it, and we can watch the rest of the video. Alright, bounced a little bit here on the landing. Went ahead, mashed the P key. That pulls out the drag chute, and you'd be amazed how fast the chute brings you to a stop. That's pretty cool. Anyway, that's it for now. Hopefully I'll have some more interesting videos with DCS later. Some guy here, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.